Eggs and bacon.
Bacon. Welcome.
Hello and welcome to the New Releases Show. That was a 2022 remix of the Eggs and Bacon theme song by Apocalypse Cow and Brandon's Nieces.
From way back in the day, except for the Nieces remix. The Nieces we saw on the weekend. You might have checked them out on our impromptu feed here on yesterday.
It was yesterday. It's been a long day. Brandon took the Tuesday bullet and he went into work thinking it would be a short day. It was not.
But there was like nothing for anyone else to do.
Yeah.
So we will send out an email to this effect, but only the Marvel and DC have arrived so far because there are no couriers currying right now. So Image stuff not here, and Diamond stuff not here, and like that's for everybody in the city because the drop point's closed.
Yep.
I messaged our drop point person, and they were like, "I don't know what's happening." So we don't know when things are coming. If they're showing up tomorrow, we'll find out with everybody else.
Yes, and so another note on top of that is that we are only open tomorrow, and then we are off until next Wednesday.
Yeah.
So if you cannot come in tomorrow, Brandon will be doing some deliveries also tomorrow.
Everywhere. But you got to let us know today.
You have to let us know ASAP. And if you're watching this in the future, you missed your chance.
Yeah. The off chance, if I'm in your area already, that someone requested, that I'll be able to do if you request tomorrow. But appreciate it if it's in advance.
Yeah, send us an email tonight, basically. Yeah. Hopefully, if you're watching this live. Otherwise, the store is open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., regular hours. But again, we are closed.
Until next Wednesday.
Boom. Many days off. So there's signs on the door. If you come by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, we will not be there.
We so tired. We get one break a year.
Please.
Just one.
Let us take this. We are not going to do any work. You can.
Yay. Wait. Seems like you're thinking of. Nope.
Yay!
I was trying to be serious.
I understand.
That's exciting. Oh my gosh, Steven. I know this is super belated, but I loved your Instagram videos.
The thriller one.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Steven is going in to be the biggest, the best Bad Idea fan.
Yay!
I like your new buttons.
I love that. Boo! not booing you, Steven. Just gestures at 2022.
Yeah, more things that were recorded this weekend with my nieces. The first one that we recorded, I haven't played yet. They just did it by themselves. They just started doing it when I asked them if they wanted to record something, and it was this.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are great. You never
I do like skies are great.
Dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Love it.
Oh
so
my
good.
God, that is so cute.
I nearly died. Also, they think this is Have You Checked Your Bible?
Have you checked your Bible?
I know you're a heathen.
Since you're asking me,
You better check your
Bible. Have you checked your Bible? And it was great. And that's what we went with because the girls are single digit ages.
We just nodded 4 and 6 basically, and it was just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We're like, yeah, I don't know if you know the word butthole, and I don't think I want to be the one to teach you that.
Also, I pulled off 3 different things on the soundboard because they had curses in them.
And we only accidentally played one of them in front of the nieces.
Yeah.
And I only swore once accidentally in front of the nieces too, so doing okay.
Yeah, I stopped one, and Emrica pressed one and went,
Oh,
and she went,
yeah, she knows.
and I
She
went,
knows what's up.
okie dokie, deleting that one.
Thank you, tiny 6-year-olds, for telling us which one had swears.
Emrica's gonna be a cop. I love her dearly.
Yeah, she's got some Uncle Brandon narc energy.
When I worked at a liquor store, there were some customers who would talk with the other people who would work there about their grow ops, and would not talk to me. And it crystallized for me that I give off a big narc energy.
Really do.
I really do. Like, oh yeah, that guy's a narc.
Yes, I will tell him about my drug operation.
Yeah,
Like, no,
but it's not the case.
it's not. He just has the energy.
It's the energy. So she also has a big narc energy, but mostly because she tells on her sister a lot.
Oh yeah, she's got older sister energy. That's what that is.
Yeah, and Elsa is just like a chaos baby. So yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
If she can be harnessed for good, it's gonna change the world. You might have saw on our social media today. There was some pictures of Santa visiting our store that I showed Emrica and Elsa, and Elsa, the 4-year-old, came up with in a kind of rambling 4-year-old style, but I'm paraphrasing, of course. Maybe he stopped by because he didn't have enough books for everybody. And I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, no, you're 4. You've got it set. You're good. You know what you're doing.
So that went onto our social media today. Marketing from my 4-year-old niece. Variant edition, Santa Claus's favorite graphic novel store for kids of all ages.
Yep.
Yeah, very cool.
So we highly recommend our new marketing firm, Double E Marketing.
Absolutely. The kids, they know where it's at.
Oh yeah. All right. Do you have anything more?
No, we just have a real short stack.
We do.
So short that you can't even see it.
It's down here. I don't know why you didn't put it closer, but
I did a reversies.
So, my arm is so short.
Reversies, because I know I needed to press buttons today.
I know. It's okay. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna do that again.
She starts pterodactyling at the end.
That's a twist ending, folks. Wow. Didn't see that coming.
Boo. Ah.
Anyway, we had a really fun Christmas. It was very chaotic with the girls, of course, but I wouldn't have it any other way. They are delightful. I got to watch a movie with Elsa in my lap, and she was like, not falling asleep.
Not falling asleep.
Not falling asleep. It's fine. I'm just
Doing the toddler, just like,
Nope.
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 No. How dare you? Like, no one's accusing you of anything.
Fine.
But the face is just like, I'm not. How dare you? I'm not falling asleep. You're not putting me down. No.
Yeah. They definitely wanted us to stay another night. If we could be in 2 places, that would be fun, but I had to get back to my babies.
Yeah, our cats missed us real hard.
Oh yeah. Everything was good, but cats miss us.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they're fine now. It's like back to normal already. Just one night.
Absolutely. I agree. Great drops. And we have YouTube spam happening, but
Yay!
That can just happen.
That's fine. No one cares about you, YouTube spammer. Nobody cares. Yeah. Effective button. All right. So we've got basically Marvel and DC single issues, and then some trades.
a wee little stack. Just a wee little stack.
Hi. Tell me about John Stewart, the Emerald Knight.
John Stewart,
Oh no.
the Emerald Knight. This is one of those stories that kind of bridges a couple of ideas, following up on the most recent Green Lantern series with John Stewart at the center of it. I went for 12 issues. It was by, I want to say Gregory Thorne. I'm pretty sure. It's basically the same writer who did that series. And yeah, Jeffrey.
We were so close.
Joffrey. So this bridges what's happened in the Green Lantern series with Dark Crisis. A little late, absolutely, because it was delayed several times.
They got it in under the wire, though. It's still 2022.
It is, but it is after the series that it leads into.
Oh, pshaw, Brandon. Time, as we all know, is a construct.
Yeah, but I do know that a lot of Green Lantern fans were kind of looking for the connective tissue here, and it does exist. It is in this wee little one shot. The Green Lantern, the Emerald Knight.
You're going to call him the Green Emerald.
The Green Emerald, Gem of Ireland. That's a terrible accent. But I did put all the DC stuff together and all the Marvel stuff together because I was like, why pretend like we're doing this random right now? There's DC stuff and Marvel stuff that came in, and then a small stack of
Trades.
Yeah. The collected editions. We have what is essentially a start for the new Superman line coming out next year. It's Action Comics 1050. It has writing from current action writer he has 3 names. His last name is Johnson. Kennedy Philip Johnson.
Philip Kennedy.
That's the right. You got it. My brain's not doing okay today.
No, it's okay. You had a lot of information to go over today.
You're right. Yeah. Philip Kennedy Johnson with Tom Taylor and Joshua Williamson. Tom Taylor is going to be continuing the adventures of John Superman, the boy who what would be Superman's.
Mm-hmm.
In Adventures of Superman, a 6-issue miniseries. Philip Kennedy Johnson is going to continue doing Action Comics in a format that this Moa proposed. Although mine was a little more ambitious, but whatever. And Joshua Williamson is taking on the main Superman title, as he is sort of like the shepherd of kind of the main DC universe right now. And this is, they're pretty much placing their more hopeful characters at the core of Superman. And yep. As Austin says, yeah, Action Comics, and Andrew says, is pretty good Superman comics. Folks, if you go out, if you want sort of like a wee spoiler of maybe a taste, and there's a lot of information in this, so it's not a spoiler totally. But if you want a taste of what's happening in here, definitely look up the Superman 2000 pitch proposal that came from Mark Waid, Grant Morrison, Mark Millar, and Tom Peyer. That's available online. There's some elements in this and that kind of come into play in this one. It's really cool. I really like it. And yeah, Andrew, you didn't really miss much other than
we premiered our hit new track, Apocalypse Cow versus Double E.
Yeah. My nieces recorded over the Yeggs and Bacon theme song, which was really good, and we got a couple new drops.
Yay!
And
That's
Which
a
will-
4-year-old.
which will probably cut before she does the pterodactyl.
I forgot she did it, so I had to replay it for myself, which was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all about the nieces. So definitely go back and watch the first few minutes because it was a fun weekend. And I say that like not sarcastically. The girls are a lot of fun. Yes, they are a lot of energy, but it was nice. I ran out only the second day. It was fine.
Yeah, and she got her first big like Auntie Danica,
hmm
which was really good.
Oh yeah, usually they'll just walk all over me to get to Uncle Brandon. They could care less about me. I'm chopped liver.
The door opens and it's usually Uncle Brandon.
It was the first time because they saw your car in the driveway and they're like, "Well, he's here. I know he's here. I don't matter," and that's fine. I don't visit as often as I can, as often as you do. But getting my first couple like Auntie Danica and like, "Oh, you're going," and I'm like, "Yes."
Yep.
Are you sad about that?
uppy.
I got an uppy. Elsa has learned uppy, and so that happened a lot. And she is not a small child, and I am not. There's not much muscle in here, so I need to work on that. Yeah. So we both need to work on our aunt and uncle lifting children muscles.
Yeah, I'll get tired of that soon, but
Yeah.
and Austin is saying congrats on the uppy.
Aw, thank you.
It's a big deal.
It was really sweet. Yeah, she
All
spent
right.
a lot of time in my lap
Yeah.
as well when I was like eating dinner, and she wanted to eat next to me at lunch.
We watched the Christmas Chronicles 2.
Yes.
So
which-
weird.
Okay, so the movie The Christmas Chronicles exists. And I didn't know this because I don't have kids. But who should play Mr. and Mrs. Claus? Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell?
It's so weird.
And for that fact alone, I would like to see the first one because I find this so delightful. I think that's just the sweetest thing.
I heard that dude not only escaped New York,
Mhm.
but also LA,
Yeah. Yeah, he got out. Those are tough cities.
right?
Yeah.
And now he's Santa Claus.
See? You too can one day succeed.
This one went over Danica's head because she didn't know. And of course, because it's a weird thing. But I turned to her and she's like, that dude used to be a computer and he wore tennis shoes. And she's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. But yeah,
Are you going to explain it?
it's an old Disney movie.
Okay.
He played the computer who wore tennis shoes.
Please tell me that's not actually the title.
The name of the movie is called The Computer Who Wore Tennis Shoes.
I said you were not supposed to tell me that.
Get out. Get out.
Get out. Oh, see, I'm not apparently the only one who doesn't get this.
Oh my god, it was computer. Outstanding. I love all of this. Oh, you talk about this one.
Oh no, I didn't actually read it.
That's okay, but you know more about the
Oh, that's
roots of
fair.
it.
That's fair. I have no excuse other than stress and time. So
And
the
family.
Dead Boy Detectives, the pre-Christmas stress of, oh dear God, just get me through. So we actually did have these early enough, and I didn't read it, but I am currently watching Doom Patrol, and they make an appearance in season 3.
The Dead
So-
Boy Detective.
The Dead Boy Detectives. Sorry, I was pointing at the title.
Indeed.
Anyway, so I can only assume that it is about them. Haha.
It is. I really like the creative team here because it's
Shoot, yeah.
it's on the front there.
No. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. It's got the writer who did Infidel.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he used to be associate editor or assistant editor at Vertigo.
Oh, cool.
And Jeff Stokely doing the orts. I love Jeff Stokely because he also did Six Gun Gorilla with Cy Spurrier, which is one of my absolute all-time favorites, and I will recommend it to everybody. And actually, I'm 99% sure that Andrew has read it, but if he hasn't, it is I can say without the shadow of a doubt, a million times, a Foley book.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's got the meta, it's got the goofiness, it's got commentary, it's got story, the magic of storytelling. It's like, yeah, it's a lot. It's so good.
So the basic premise is there are two dead young men from different time periods, but they do detective stuff together. So should have read this, but they're really good on the show. So I don't know.
Yeah, and they're originally from Sandmanning.
Yeah, that's why it's the Sandman universe. See, I can't talk about DC stuff. Like I just have no idea. Yes, I'm gonna make notes for you, Austin.
Notes. While that happens,
Yeah.
it is the year of the 100th birthday of Stanley, Mr. Tooch. Stanley would have been 100 years old if he was still alive. And at one point, he did traverse over to the DC universe and did a Just Imagine series where he went back in time and created the DC main DC universe characters with a whole bunch of big creators. And it was super bonkers. And they're all back, baby, in this celebration of Stanley. I have a soft spot in my heart for these weird books. Like, Batman is kind of like Man-Bat. There's like a whole bunch of weird takes on these characters that I don't know. They're just a little bit goofy. They're a lot of bit fun, and it was always very interesting to see even a late take of like what Stanley would have done with the DC universe. The answer would have been super bonkersness.
Yeah!
I'll get tired of those buttons eventually, but I'm still on a little bit of a youth's niece's high visiting. Got a Stanley for Sean-Z. Andrew's not too far off of what happened. I forget who the main co-writer was, but Michael Goyer, I think. He was a producer for a lot of DC stuff, for the Batman movies and whatnot. And he also did the weird Archie Mary's run. I might be thinking of Michael Ilslin. I think he's the one who did that. Never mind. And the Stanley things. Anyways, they get mixed up in my head because they're both okay. There you go. He knows where it's at.
I find that if one of you doesn't know a name, the other one does. And I can just kind of sit back and take whatever credit comes your way.
We did it. Teamwork.
Yeah!
Also, this is really nice.
Oh yeah, Brandy got me a sweater, which is super warm and comfy.
It's just real snuggy.
Got a hood.
Mm-hmm.
And little pockets, little hoodie pockets, and it's long as heck. I love it.
It keeps her toasty.
Very much so. I'm very comfy and I'm soft all over, which is very nice.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Timeless.
Timeless returns. Because Kang is being all up in the Marvel business right now. In terms of what's happening with the MCU stuff. Popped in a little bit at the end of Loki, just causing a little bit of havoc. And it looks like he's going to be the next big bad going through, which also probably means that all of the youth characters that they're setting up is going to happen with Young Avengers, which I'm really excited for because young Kang wasn't a Young Avenger. Spoilers. for what they might end up doing with that movie. But like the series itself is old enough that it was written by Alan Heinberg when he was working on the OC. And that's been done for a little bit. Anyways, Timeless is the second of its name, and is setting up or previewing stories coming up in the Marvel Universe in the next year, including maybe some new big bads. Ooh, fancy. And Andrew says, will this Timeless tell us why Miracle Man's logo appeared in the last Timeless? I mean, it probably would have if Neil Gaiman was any good at deadlines for comics, paired with Mark Buckingham doing double duty on getting another run of Fables done. It probably ended up being later than they wanted, and they probably wanted all of that in place before they they started to look a new Miracle Man thing. But I understand where you're talking about, because the last Timeless ended with a reveal that had Miracle Man's logo. Yeah.
I just thought I missed a request, so I wanted to scroll back.
No, that's fair. They do it like an annual. This is Timeless brackets 2022. Number 1. Numero uno.
No, before start shrieking.
All right,
Start
this
shrieking.
one's for you.
Yay! There's a She-Hulk facsimile.
I love the facsimile.
Yeah, with some Lego ads on the back.
The story behind the premiere of She-Hulk was
Hey kids, want to buy a gun?
you want to buy a gun?
Anyway, it was a time.
There was rumors that a female Hulk was going to be on the Hulk TV show that was out with Lou Ferrigno, and I always want to say Bill Paxton, but that's not right.
No.
And if that happened, Marvel wouldn't own the rights to a female Hulk, basically, if that came out before they did. So they kind of rushed this a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Bill Bixby.
Thanks. They legit asked poems wanted for musical setting and recording by, all caps, America's largest song studio. Send poems.
Send poems.
That feels shady.
I mean,
Like, that feels shady.
the other ad that I'm seeing, the bigger ad that I'm not seeing all of, just says, remember how many times you felt left out because you were broke?
Yeah. Now you can make 5, 10, or more week after week. Oh, they want you to be a paper boy.
You have to have, apparently, all caps, grit.
I think that's what the magazine is called.
Oh, either way,
It's by Grit Publishing.
you got to be gritty. You got to be youth. Do you want to deliver papers for maybe some dollars? Well, we have plans for you.
I love all these old ads. This is amazing. Like, comic collectors, send 25 cents for a complete list of Marvel and DC comics. The American Comic Book Co. in Studio City, California.
So I read something recently about Mile High Comics and how they went into millions of debt one time. And one of the reasons was they kept sending out print editions of their catalog of things that they had. And it cost money to print.
I am shocked.
And like the world changed.
Oh my god, what idiots, what absolute morons.
It's wild where the comics industry went and how many of these people are just like, y'all don't know what you're talking about. And just like, no. You know what you're talking about from the times that you were let's say relevant.
Like if it was still 1982, okay, I bow to you. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
However, it's 2022, and now I know what I'm talking
And
about.
I will fully admit a lot of them are keeping up with the times. That's good.
But those who aren't are failing real hard.
But when people lament of just like, why aren't things like this? And I'm like, I don't know. The things that you're demanding, and you're talking about the cost of how things are. How do you think keeping a book at $4 American actually translates into money? I know Aftershock was counting on a lot of things like productions to be actually made instead of just optioned. By the way, Aftershock's having some big money problems. But you'll have noticed companies like Vault at about midway last year, their single issues are all $4.99 each American. They did it kind of quietly, but they did it because the costs of these things are rising. And retailers complain and complain, and they're just like, oh, how am I supposed to do this? This is the world we're living in. If you want to have single issues, this is what's going to happen in order to have them profitable. Costs are rising on our end. A $4 American comic doesn't make us a lot of money for the amount of processing time that we do in terms of the cost of all of these things, of our time, of our power, of our lease space, of everything. Let alone the fraction that gets to the publishers, that gets to the creators. Like, the single issue is not viable in this environment.
For anyone along the chain, not just retailers, publishers, distributors, creators.
And graphic novels do have their problems with how much production goes into the pay too. There's the scales of people who are making a lot of money, like the Dav Palekis and the Rena Telgemeyers. But you get down to the folks who just have other jobs to do that, and you know that is also just regular publishing. When comics retailers are like, well, I don't support the graphic novel because it can't support, all these creators. Neither do single issue comics. For the people who are making a lot of comics, there is a small fraction of people who are actually making money. And outside of that, in the book market, it's a very similar process. People have to hustle real hard. They have to do outside jobs. They have to get these other things going. And what they're really mad at is it's not working for them anymore, and not the people who are making the product. Because if they're mad at the money about the people who are making the product, things would be very different in this industry, and the books would cost a lot more. But we don't want that, do we, Mr. Retailer? Usually, Mr.
Quite usually, yes.
Cranky.
Yep, you're turning into it. This is why Brandon doesn't read the comments, because it gets him real angry.
Yeah, there's not a lot of new content during the holiday season, so I just end up reading things. It's never a good idea.
You have like 700 books that you could read that wouldn't make you angry.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god.
I'll get you to talk about this one. Okay. I'll talk about the next one.
You're a lot. House of Slaughter Volume 2. If you liked House of Slaughter or Something is Killing the Children, you will like Volume 2. I really don't need to explain it by now. I feel like it's like the 9th volume of a series, because it's a spin-off of a series that has 5. So anyway,
it's very exciting.
It's good. No, it's good. The story holds. I'm just like, I'm not gonna give it too much airtime.
This House of Slaughter series is going into the backstory of a lot of what's happening in Something is Killing the Children. But yeah, we've had some sturfs. The market will need to scale up at 2 billion. It needs more to not just be IP farm for the big 2 and movies. The sad part is, given the needs of especially the big 2 companies, that's kind of how that's going to go for them. And unless a company is functioning really outside of being an IP farm, which isn't a lot of them these days, I'll say Vault does have some fingers and some pies, but that's not their main focus, and nor has it been from the start.
No, when there are articles about comics properties being bought, they do tend to put them in a clump. So it seems like there's a lot all the time, but it's because this one article mentions this Vault title, this Aftershock title, this, Image title, or more than one, basically. There was a bunch. There was that one with IDW. That's a publisher.
Yeah.
Now it is one place, but it is all these different.
There was a whole bunch of things that got sucked up. Yeah. Sean says at least variant covers help alleviate some of the cost and burden. You say sarcasm after that. It is not a bug. It is a feature of the current system.
A broken system.
The single issues do not function monetarily without collectors collecting all the covers. And that's just a fact. Unfortunately, I don't like it. However, that is how the machine keeps running. That's the blood in the machine, basically, that keeps the gears wet. Like blood does. And Andrew says, I could make an argument for single issues, but I'm not going to bother. Trades with the superior format, but harder to promote. 100%. Single issues could be used as a loss leader in this current market. They never will be. Because line goes up is the most important thing in any given quarter. And so that's just not where we're at unless somebody is investing money with the direct purpose of, as the old adage goes, how do you make a small fortune in comics? Start with a large fortune. And everyone goes, aha, but it's true. Did you come up with your favorite reads of 2022? No, but maybe we will.
I'm never that organized. It might be sometime in January if I can actually sit down and see exactly what came out.
Dill House. Hi, hello, different platform, but glad I could catch at least a bit tonight. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, John. Hi. Thank you.
Yeah, we're quite happy. We did have a different angle on the set. But move things around for cat purposes. We actually have a really nice background.
We had a really nice background, and then we
here.
moved the cat condo there. So now we're here.
Because of cat issues. So
And this beautiful piece of fabric is hanging out with our summer wear.
yeah.
In the long, long time, it's going to be a bookshelf. But, that's in the long, long time.
And Andrew says the IP farm model is basically over now with streaming option money has dried up. Absolutely. I remember way early this year, James Tynan on Off Panel talking a little bit about how a lot of his peers were just like, oh yeah, and I'm developing this and I'm doing this, and him with his weird look at not just the comics industry and really kind of seeing all the little pieces and how to kind of like monetize not just his creative endeavors, but also make sure that he is making money and building. He apparently can apply that to the movie industry and was just like, oh yeah, that's all going to collapse real soon here. And sure enough, it did. The dude is a witch in a good way. A good witch. Most of them are.
Are you a good witch or are you a bad witch?
Indeed.
Yeah!
Comixology proved that digital's biggest weakness is that it's at the mercy of a disastrous update or being bought by Elon Musk, and that is not wrong.
No way.
It is where the industry currently is. While there is multiple distributors, there's still monopolies on where you can get certain products from. While Marvel, we can get it from 3 different distributors. Only one of them is, in fact, the core distributor. And they could, at a whim, just be like, we're the only distributor, and we charge this now. And that would change everything. There's no open option because everyone's looking to utilize a simpler process to make the most money. So, yay, corporations and comics. Love it. Great mix, no notes. And yeah, collectors drive the single issue sales for sure. Absolutely. Not so much for readers. And that is true.
Oh yeah, no, we've been swimming up that river for 7 years now, and it's good in our own little way, but like industry wide, no, we know that
Yeah.
the way we run Variant is very different.
Well, and I always tell people like, we have a couple clients who buy bulk, and we have folks who love their different variants and whatnot. I'll never begrudge somebody for how they engage with the medium and what they love about it. If what they love about it is sort of like that chase, that feeling, that rush of maybe even getting more money for a book than they originally paid for it, that's cool. That can power a machine that helps us get product into readers' hands. That can help books like Timeless that has 5 covers, say, help somebody get a base level into the Marvel universe if they're looking for like what's a good place to like, hit the ground. And it's just like, well, here's where they're going to start to hint at big things coming forward if you want to kind of jump in there. You kind of use in my version of capitalism, because we like to eat, you have to use the system to try and be better and to try and get people into things and to try and sell things to readers, because those people will support you forever. That's how we built this business. It was a few very, very lean years, very scary years to start out with, because we weren't the store that's selling you the back issue for a lot of money. We were building readers, and I would say now we're probably the most solid in Edmonton. Yeah,
Unfortunately.
that's fair. Yeah. Okie dokers. You can't run a company developing 100 properties by optioning Cowboys and Aliens for $1.5 million anymore. And that's what Aftershock was built on. That is extremely true. And Andrew would know.
Yep.
Luckily, the covers are more sustainable than the burst of bubble time. Yep, that's true. And the off-panel podcast list is great for big reads of 2022. Seems like limited series rely more on trades than ongoing, but hey, I like the in-person experience regardless. To each their own. My shop doesn't really carry new trades, but great for older runs. Yeah, and there's all kinds of flavors, and that's one of the big parts about the comics industry that we like, and especially in Edmonton. Andrew has some recommendations for folks. They're all good. Dylan says Tyson nailed that. Comixology was so good, but then it just became Kindle Comics. Lots of love. I do love the LOL. Oh, sorry, your grandpa just died. LOL. Oh, Mom, that's not what that means.
Next.
Yep. There's so many comments. There's so many comments.
You don't have to show all of them.
I understand.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, if you were telling yourself, if you were putting pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get mad at you, so I don't need a little snark here.
Bugs me that a lot of shops just advertise on the merit of variants instead of, hey, this is good, read it. And I definitely understand the business dependence angle too. And yeah, we really love Mindset. That one is a really great story about a few young gentlemen who develop an app that can essentially control people's minds.
Yes.
Yeah, and how that goes fine. It's fine.
Actually, one of my favorites miniseries was Golden Age.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that was amazing.
Golden Rage?
Golden Rage? Golden Rage.
Yeah.
See, like I need to write titles down. I don't know. Every year I say I'm going to write some titles down every month, and every December I go.
Yeah, same. Stray Dogs.
Stray Dogs was amazing, but was it the spinoff this year, or was because Stray Dogs was last year, right?
I think it started last year into
Yeah.
this year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But time is a construct. I have no idea.
Oh, yeah, I said that
Yeah,
before. Time.
indeed.
In time, I said that. Oh yeah, Supergirl. I actually, yeah,
You recommended that specifically
did actually.
on our questiony do.
Yeah, I found this like anonymous question doohickey app that I put on our Instagram, and people actually asked me questions, so that was cool. And that was my recommendation for what's your favorite superhero comic from this year, and then what's your favorite non-superhero comic. So yeah, Supergirl was amazing.
Yeah, and I think it's been going up on our stories on Facebook as well.
Yeah, on Instagram and Facebook.
Sweet.
So I guess keep asking questions as long as they're not weird. But I also have the ability to not answer. So
Yeah.
if you ask me a weird question or an offensive question, I just will ignore you. It's fine.
Most of this year has gone into a carry sack, into the Krampus's bag with all the children. And yeah.
Oh no, sorry. I didn't mean to be like mean or anything. I was asking that mostly for myself.
Oh no. No. Nobody knows where the year's gone, and I'm just saying that it's gone into a sack. That's why I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will beat it with sticks. But the Yule Cat won't get me because I'm wearing my new Christmas clothes.
There you go.
See?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, I think it counts because you were wearing your pajamas Christmas Day.
I was wearing my pajamas.
So for anybody who may not have, who got new clothes, say for Christmas Eve or Christmas and didn't wear them soon after, the Yule Cat might be coming for you. Just heads up.
The Yule Cat straight up was in the Christmas Chronicles too.
Which was amazing because I was like, it's a thing for Danica.
With Belschnickel, who I also believe is like
Is real.
is a classic
I shouldn't say
classic
that. Elf?
yeah, classic lore
It's like a fable
of
thing.
some
I don't
kind.
know. Anyway,
It's a weird
Oh.
weird movie.
new messages. That's funny.
There you go.
I'm gonna look at it.
Speaking of the holidays, Hitler. I'm still wilded out by the Shigeru Mizuki's Hitler coming out at this time of year. He is the dude what did Shoga.
It's always seasonal for Hitler.
Indeed.
Not just springtime. No.
And this has been printed in the past, is now from Drawn and Quarterly, who also does Shogo, his history of Japan. As it says here, beginning with Hitler's time in Austria as a struggling art student and ending with a Germany in ruins. Shigeru Mizuki's Hitler retraces the path Hitler took in life, breaking down his disturbed psyche and his calculated political maneuvering. With Mizuki's signature style of populating incredibly realistic backgrounds with cartoony people, he paints a dark portrait, detailing the historical events that ignited the deadliest conflict and atrocious genocides in modern human history. So, this dude's just real good at the history stuffs. Shoga's just outstanding, and this is going to be pretty wild. I say pretty wild, but I mean just like accurate and sad.
There you go. I think that counts.
There you go.
I think anything new that you can wear or put on you somewhere.
I recently just caught up on World's Finest, and I'm really enjoying that. It's classic kind of Silver Age style storytelling, which has been bonkers. And yeah, the new Fantastic Four is just top-notch stuff. But as for ongoings, you have anything?
Is anyone surprised? Is anyone surprised? No one is surprised.
Some fries.
I am still reading Department of Truth. I know they're taking a break until the new year, but that's been my favorite ongoing since it started.
You
really.
like conspiracy stuffs?
I love it. I
Yeah.
love that. It's just delicious.
So tasty.
So tasty.
Very tasty.
Yeah, no, Department of Truth and She-Hulk are really my two single issues that I'm getting right now. Everything else I'm waiting for in trade, or I'm just, or if it's a mini,
Yep.
like Golden Rage, which was astounding.
I've for ongoings, I've really enjoyed Daredevil and Batman, both by Chip Zdarsky. He's really good at character work for those characters that have been around forever and kind of mining different ways to tell very interesting stories with them. I know his Daredevil run is wrapping up, I believe next year, or it has been implied. And he's also talked about how Batman might be his last big superhero project, because he lives in the woods now. Anyways, he's kind of doing like a slow retirement-y thing. Yeah, where he's just gonna like work on his stuff and be a Chip.
Good for him. I mean, he's not much older than us. Or maybe he's like super old and he just looks younger. I don't know.
I hate this place. It's absolutely fantastic. We have collected editions of its original name.
Yes. I sat down and I finally read Place, and we do still have copies of that. That was the original title before everyone became a coward. And it's so amazing. And the best thing about it is that book one ends with, and there's going to be more.
Ooh, fancy.
So I think they started with like the ghosts and the hauntings and the demons and the cryptids, and then I think Arc 2 is going to go more into the UFO and alien stuff, which again is my jam.
Dylan hopes the artist from the first arc of She-Hulk sticks around. I'm not 100% sure. They've been kind of switching some things up.
That's true.
And Foley says that Chip got that good Substack green when the getting was good, baby. Wouldn't turn down a Substack deal. I need to be way more famous.
Even if they are kind of in bed with Fash. Have they been working on that? Because like we need to address that. We talk about it so much, but please know that we know what Substack is.
They're in bed with capitalism.
It's just that the trouble is Substack is really good for creators, but also kind of snuggles up to fascists.
And
Don't
Twitter
like that.
and Facebook and
I know. I'm just saying that
it's
it needs
not
to be addressed.
Exactly.
Because we personally have not ever done this, and I don't want someone to think that we don't know it.
No, of course. We have talked about it when the original Substack stuff was coming out.
That was like a year ago, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, we're going into it with eyes open. We are spending money on the creators that we want to spend money on, and we know that part of it does go to a bad place. But unfortunately, yes, with capitalism, there are some choices you have to make.
Yeah, unfortunately with capitalism, if y'all want to eat, some money is going to somewhere you don't like. It's like somewhat spoilers for The Good Place. It's revealed eventually that no one's getting into The Good Place anymore, because any choice you make does have a bad element to it, and it adds negatively to your score. And it's sort of like the world a system trying to reckon with, intent and intent in such a way that's thoughtful anyways. Instead of like, well, I didn't mean it like that. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, yeah. Just try to go into stuff with your eyes open, ask around. It's impossible these days.
Yeah. And yeah, the many deaths of Let Us Stars.
Oh, that was amazing.
Absolutely one of my favorites. They're doing like deluxe hardcover in the new year, and I'm gonna get it.
If you ask me which miniseries I really enjoyed this year, I could probably name like 12, but ongoing, so I have no idea.
And Nightwing I just caught up on too, and that's been absolutely fantastic. The next phase of the DC universe is actually it hinges a little bit on Dick Grayson's positive outlook, and in so much as like a lot of how Dark Crisis resolved was based off of Dick being a good person, just a wonderful human being. Alrighty.
Let's just do these, and then leave your faves in the comments, and then we'll talk about them in a minute. Okay?
Indeed.
Okay. So a customer special ordered this, and we brought in one for shelf because it sounded amazing. So I'm gonna try to read it when we're off this week. This is Entangled with You, the Garden of 100 Grasses. A boy and a beast in the deep dark woods. Once upon a time, Marcel's sister injured herself in the forest while gathering herbs. Marcel was at a loss for what to do until a fearsome horned man appeared, offering help in exchange for a promise. Now, 10 years later, Marcel returns to the woods, steeling himself for death. Instead, he finds something quite different: a gentle soul, a friendship, perhaps something more.
Smooches.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some smooches.
Probably some smooches.
And the art looks amazing. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited to dig into this. I kind of love it when a customer orders something that we may have missed. Like in there's so many books out every month, every day, every week. So it's nice to be able to take the opportunity to order something in that, sometimes you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Or like you read it and you're like, oh my God, I have to have this in the store forever. Like this is like hardcore. This is like varied edition forever. It's like always gonna be in stock.
VE for life.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So I'm very excited, and I'm hoping good things.
All right, we have the new Fantastic Four collection. It's one of Marvel's nostalgia series that they've been doing. If you know the new Fantastic Four era from Walt Simonson and Art Adams, you're going to get more of that flavor here, this time with Peter David and Alan Robinson, with Mike Spicer doing the colors. He's the dude what does Daniel Warren Johnson's.
There you go.
Brain of brains today. Colors. Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, the Hulk. When these unlikely heroes first band together to briefly become the new Fantastic Four, they made Marvel history. Now, this fan-favorite team returns in an all-new adventure set shortly after the events of the group's first appearance. Brace yourself for a wild ride, and guest stars aplenty, including, of course, the original Fantastic Four and a series of mystery villains you'll never see coming. But can even this powerhouse quartet handle the heat from a demonically possessed Human Torch? Or will they need a little extra firepower to avoid being toast? Writer Peter David dances between the raindrops of continuity to spin a new tale of this fabled Fantastic Foursome. I think I might be able to be some kind of like voice person, announcery person.
Yeah, I think with a script.
Oh, 100% with a script. Because otherwise I'm just going to go off the rails.
Yes, you are.
I think that would be bad.
All right, we've got Star Wars Tales from the Rancor Pit.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah. It's a dark and stormy night on Tatooine as Jabba the Hutt's victim hangs perilously above the Rancor Pit with only his collection of scary stories to save him. Ha! That's funny.
I love everything about this. I almost wonder if this stuff was produced for IDW but didn't come out.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Because they were doing the Tales from Vader's Castle stuff.
Yeah, it's an all ages book.
Yeah, because Dark Horse is doing the all ages stuff. So. Whoop.
All right, so let's get back to some people's favorites. Can you scroll up and see if there's any more titles?
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot after we cut off, which was good.
When I actually asked. Thanks everybody.
We got the Rom V's Swamp Thing was amazing, and it absolutely was. It was absolutely one of my favorites. And Jules is very happy about Dick Grayson being rad. And I'm not exactly sure what this is in reference to, unfortunately, because there's a delay on when we get messages a lot of times. Reminds me of the guy from Legend of Korra who did the previous ones. But yeah, I know that they've been doing a lot of Legend of Korra projects from Dark Horse that have been ran by the showrunners, and apparently, from the sounds of it, the studio that did do Avatar: Last Airbender and Legend of Korra, they've apparently announced at least intent with Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon has apparently ordered a new series from them that's going to happen even further in the future in that world. So,
Well, that's fun.
oh, the announcer voice she's saying.
Okay, cool.
Cool. And Austin says Kamen Rider is an ongoing that he highly recommends. Andrew really liked Riddler One Bad Day, which was real good. So yeah, good times. Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Well, that was it for Small Stack Week. We still did an hour.
Thank you for hanging out with us. This was great.
Some good discussion.
Yeah, on weeks like this, we don't quite know who's going to show up or if anybody. So thank you.
Yeah, and just know we have no idea what's happening tomorrow at all.
Nope. So come in for your Marvel, DC, and graphic novels, of which we have thousands.
So many.
So you will not have any shortage of choice. You just can't have the new stuff from Diamond this week. So whatever.
Potentially. Yeah.
I will make it. I'll replace it with graphic novels.
There's a small chance that we'll have stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Because things should be in the area. It's just a matter of them being delivered. So good times.
Anyway,
we have.
Thank you again. Who do we see?
The final Magic Mirror part of this year. That's when we look out and we see all the fancy people who've been hanging out with us tonight. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. We see you when we hope you know that we are here for you too. I see Sean. Hello, Sean. I see Steven. Hola. I see Triple X 18 online. Not going there. I see the one and only Foley, and you can too. This week, very specifically, only on Wednesday from 11 until 6:30. We're open till 7, but that is the hours that Andrew is working. He is off as we are off until next Wednesday, baby. Although he will be here next Tuesday in the store because we're going to be processing so many things. I see Austin. Hello. I see Jules. Howdy. I see Gordon. Hello. I see Tyson. Howdy. Some Central Alberta. I see Dylan. I see Jonathan. I'm pretty sure that's it.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah, we are missing a sticker. It is over yonder. It fell off a couple weeks ago.
Yes, we are going to replace it with a new sticker. We tried to stick it on again. It did not work. So
yeah.
That will be part of the downtime. We will get a new sticker.
Stickers. All right. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to see you all again, maybe this Wednesday, maybe in the new year. All right. Bye.
Thank you for everything this year. We love you.